All right, good evening, everybody. I haven't done a video in a little while. I wanted to talk to you guys about the triple arrow system and the best time frames to use to trade on it and different things like that. So, and also what days, and this is critically important because the days that you trade is very important. I hope you can see this little floating box because I'm going to be using it. Currently trying to find a software that will allow me to share dual screen. Haven't found one yet. So therefore, I'll be using this little system here, and as it floats around, I'll explain what you're looking at. So the first thing we're going to do, and this will be a short video, but I want to show you one of the best absolute time frames to trade on for almost perfection, because there's still some times where you're going to get your stop loss hit, and it's because of mainly two things. Number one is market makers. Market makers are the ones who put the market together. It's kind of like playing against a casino, or going into a casino and playing against the house. The house typically is going to make their money, and then after that they may let you win a few, right? Okay, and that's number one. Number two is typically news events, and that's where you see these big spiking candles like this one right here, and this one right here, and this one had a little thing here. This is more like a market makers where they stop hunt. They hunt for people's stop loss and then take off in the direction. It happens quite often. To see this stop hunt, then they take off in that direction, then stop hunt, and then take off in that direction. So this is why you got to be careful about your trades and where you place your stop loss, which is why those who have my system, you already know where to place your stop loss. But what I wanted to talk to you about is, number one, the 30-minute chart give you more trades, but the 1 hour chart give you less trades but more accuracy. However, there's also something else. So let's take a look. This was a while back, and this was on August 20th, and I'm going to move the screen along, and hopefully you can see it. That's the setup hold on, let me stop here and show you. Here, watch the setup at the bottom here, and I'm sorry for this unprofessional kind of screen share. I'm looking for a software that will allow me to share both screens at one time because I have a spread out screen. And if I can find somebody who has that service, I'll be glad. But anyway, let's just take a look at what we got. We have the big arrow, the little arrow, and the yellow, and your market took off. All right, and it kept on going, and that was from on August 20th. But as you can clearly see, it kept going up, 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 boom. And right here, which was September 11th, is where it actually did its reversal, which is very clean. And if you would have held on to that trade, you would have made, and let's see, you would have got in right here, you would have made over 700 pips off of one trade on the 1 hour chart using the triple arrow system. This is why I like the 1 hour system, because it gives you a longer, smoother lines of seeing what's going on with the trend with less fake outs. The shorter time frames, for those who like to, scalp the market, that's fine. But as you can see, you could have made 700 pips. How many scalp jobs would you have needed to do to reach 700 pips? Okay. And this is just one trade. And this pair is the Euro AUD. All right. The Euro Aussie. That's this pair here. So I sent out a signal to our group, big arrow, little arrow, and then the small arrow. And we took that big drop right here and did extremely well. Now, I know it's in the evening, so I am temporarily playing a little short move to the playback to this here. Normally, I won't send the signal out on that, but, bottom line is I'm just expecting to come back to the top of the channel and then continue its move. So if it comes back to the top of the channel, which is called a pullback, that's fine. Then I'll ride it all the way back down. But either way it goes, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is because I want you guys to see something. I'm going to add an indicator called the daily box, which my video that I did for you guys, which showed you how to get some free indicators. This was on there, okay, the daily box. So let me slide this thing back a little bit, the charts. All right, there we go. So the daily box, once you add the free indicator called the daily box, what you're going to notice, it will automatically put boxes around the activity of each day of the trading week, except for Sunday. So as you will see, I'm going to move this all the way back. Well, let's leave it here. That's fine. Well, no, because I want to show you something. Let's go back here. All right. Right here, you will see that on that Monday in August 20th, you see the triple arrow system came in on that Monday. And you see it took off, and it kept going, kept going, kept going, kept going, kept going, right? And then you come all the way up to here, And then here we are. Now, normally Mondays is not the actual best days for trade for scalpers and those on lower time frames because you have to deal with what's called the midweek reversal, and that's where you think the trend to be heading in one direction and it fakes you out and take your money. But we do use the triple arrow system, so we just wait for a setup. But even sometimes with the triple arrow system, and I'm going to pull up one of the charts, we actually got stopped out. It was on a Monday, but nevertheless, it reset on Tuesday, and it could have been here too. Because see, this big arrow, it does repaint, but these arrows, the smaller ones, don't. That's why we use them together for the best signal, okay? But anyway, so typically what happens is you'll see a nice setup on a Monday, and it looks real good. And for the most part, it does work on any trading system. I don't care. It's going to happen because this is market maker manipulation at its finest. So what happens is that the market makers will see all this money sitting right here with where they know people were noticing that the trend is going to change, right? And so what they do is they'll come up and they'll move, like some people trade the M pattern, okay, which you can kind of see it here. And so the M is typically a reversal pattern. But what did it do right here? On this Friday, created the M. Most people, oh, it's going to go down. And boom, it came back up again. And then on Tuesday is where the mid reversal happened. We took several trades today. We hit, it's kind of like we got them real good. Oh man, we did really, really well in the market. So congrats to those who already have the system. You know, we did extremely well today. Let me find another trade we were in. We were in a couple of them. We were in this one here, and let me move this down so you can see it right here. Okay, and here it was, Tuesday and Wednesday. So we had to hold it. We got in late yesterday on Tuesday evening. And right here, the other arrows came in and boom, it took off right on what? The midweek reversal. All right, let's take a look over here at the top. I'm going to move the screen over here so you can see this one. And as you can see, look at this, a Tuesday, midweek reversal, big arrow, little arrow, boom, and the thing drops. The good part is this thing had dropped so many pips from the one signal to another. On this one trade alone, you could have made over 200 pips using our 1 hour charts and the trading system of the triple arrows. Again, I apologize for the screen sharing system. I'm trying to find a much better one. I tried Zoom and all the others did not allow me to show dual screen, which is what I want to show. So you can see at the bottom, triple arrows all the way to the top. You see the triple arrows there. So you could have held this thing for a number of days. And that's why I like the 1 hour chart for those who just don't want to trade a whole lot. Because think about it, if you're scalping for 10 and 15 and 20 pips, between the Euro AUD and this trade here, having held them for about 2 weeks, that's almost 1,000, close to 950 pips, almost 1,000 pips. Okay, how many scalping trades would you have had to do to make 1,000 pips in 2 weeks? A matter of fact, you know what? I don't like to guess, so I'm actually going to do the math for you. So 1,000 pips divided by, and let's just say 20. Let's just say divided by 20 pips, which is what a lot of scalpers are looking for. That means you would have had to do 50 trades for the same thing that we did 2 trades on, right? So it doesn't make sense to me to do all that excess work when you can just have a little patience, look for the perfect triple arrow setup, and then walk away, leave, just be done. But either way it goes, the point is that what I'm saying is with any trading system, I don't care whose it is, whether it's ours or somebody else's, oftentimes if you're trading on a Sunday and Monday, those are trick days because they give you the setup looking like it's actually the possible one. And with our system, of course, we know what we do is we put our stop loss right above the big arrow. So see the big arrow, little arrow, yellow. Okay, so we usually get in right underneath here. So we're in very early. So even if our stop loss get hit, it's not many pips. See, look, that's not much. That's what, 18 pips on this particular one. So yeah, if we would have got faked out here on a Monday, it showed the setup, we would have got a stop loss at 18 pips. Who freaking cares? I mean, look at the trade. You could have held this freaking thing for 200 pips on the downstone, on the win. So let's just say roughly 20 pips to 200 pips, right? That's a 1 to 100 or 1 to 200, whatever fractions y'all do, you know, because I know people have this, well, I do a 20%, I do 10% risk ratio, I do, you know, 1-to-1 risk ratio, I would do 1-to-2. Well, try 20 pips to 200 pips. Okay, try that. Well, let's go back to the Euro AUD, okay, because a lot of my team is still holding this trade and they're going to hold it for a while. I'm just playing the pullback because I know that the market is going to pull back just a little bit to the top of the channel. Then I'm going to ride this thing all the way down. So we got in right here, okay, right here. So let's measure that and let's see, okay, risk reward ratio. You want to talk about a risk reward? Try that. Okay, that's like 71. How many did we make already? 100 right here, and it's just getting started on its trend. And what I tell them is, hey, the earlier you can get in, so if you would have got in right here, which is where, let me draw a line so you guys can actually see it, because it wasn't even 71 pips. So you see that blue line? Okay, that was our entry. So how many pips was that? From there to there? That was about 60 pips, all right? And some people say, man, that's a lot of pips. Really? Oh, okay. Well, try this. We just made 105 of them today, and this thing is still going downhill. And on the last time that this thing rolled, it went down 700 pips. Okay, so you try 50 pips to a 700 pip win-loss ratio. You try that. You tell me that's not good money. Oh, please. And what we do is sometimes what you want to do is and this is what, whether you use my system or not, it's just the fact that, see, these midweek reversals, look where it started reversing on a Tuesday. Okay, on a Tuesday. So what you want to do is you want to scale in. So as soon as you see the setups, regardless of whether you're using my system or somebody else's, if you're going to do swing trading, you want to scale in. You want to start small. You don't put all your money in because, again, it could go up a little bit more. And that's just the market maker manipulations, especially, and I'm just telling you, during the Asian and London session. They are notorious for that. Okay, so normally when I'm looking for swing trades, technically for me, I'm looking at it around maybe the 5 a.m. Central Time, 6 a.m. Central Time for swings, because after that, all the manipulation of the London session news and all the other bullcrap that casino players, and that's what the market makers are, they're casino players to me, they're done. And so then I wait, I get in, and then I put my stop loss right up here, and I just let that bad boy roll. No big deal. And so what I'll do is I may come in with half a position on the first time. Then when I see it actually worked, which typically what happens, it'll go down like it did here. It'll pull right back up, hit them again, add to your position, because now you know, okay, now this is a a bear flag position. That's what they call it when it goes down, pulls up, and then boom for the next drop. So it comes down, comes back up, which is what I'm expecting. Every time it pulls down, it pops up and then goes down. Same thing they did here. See? It went down, and this is for a bull flag. It goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, goes up. Now, with the triple arrow system, it has the ability to almost pinpoint the exact time where there's an actual trend change. That's what the system is designed to do. So as you can see, the triple arrows came in right here, and then guess what? It reversed the other way. Down, up. Down, and so what did that mean? It's going to come up and then go down, and we're going to ride this bad boy all the way down. So, but I just want to make a video about when to get in some of the best trades. Midweek reversal is what you'll typically hear, but I'm just sharing with you why it works so well, and that's because Sunday and Mondays are typically setup days. And then, but if you don't have our triple arrow system, you're not going to know that anyway when exactly that's going to happen on the 1 hour chart. You can guess. And like I said, some people want to guess the M pattern. Look at this. This was an M pattern. Suckers! They took your money. And then there you go. We have the ability to pinpoint that because of this right here, the triple arrow system. So we just get in. And even if it hits our stop on this little first one, we wait for it to reset because we already know. As soon as we see this setup here, even if it was here and it hit us, okay, no problem. We know this just a market maker manipulation. So we wait for it to reset because they typically never go back and do it twice. So if it does hit our stop, it was just a small one, and then we get back in, and then we ride this thing for a couple of days, maybe up to 2 weeks, and collect tons of pips off of one trade. Why? Because we know what's going on in the market. All right. So this is just a free video, just to give you a heads up on how the market makers do their thing. It works on the any time frame, but mainly the best time frame to me is the 1 hour or the 30 minute. Okay.